Hey, 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 it's me, Erica. I am here today to talk to you guys about a hot topic. Why did I choose this topic? Well, let's be honest, I didn't know anything about it. All I knew was here in the past several years, I've witnessed the CBD craze kind of be talked about. I've seen it when I've been back in America, the signs all around, at different, stores, and it seems to be a hot topic that either you are like on one side of the fence or the other. So for me, I was like, you know what? I need to be educated a little bit on this because I don't know anything truly about CBD. I just always associated it with marijuana. So I don't have a lot of friends at that time. Well, yes, about a year or two ago, I didn't have a lot of friends that were taking CBD to my knowledge for any health benefits. And so it wasn't until last year when I was at Young Living's Grand Convention, their international convention, when Young Living released the fact that they had partnered with Nature's Ultra and had brought along CBD into the company. And when that happened, I was like, okay, it's time for me to be educated. So I sat in on several classes, and I actually met the head guys of Nature's Ultra, and they explained a little bit more to me. And so I really just want to pass on the education. I am not well versed in the education yet because I haven't practiced presenting it enough. But you know what? The more that we teach, the more we learn, because I'm a person that needs to regurgitate it out to you so that I can remember it. So bear with me. What I hope to teach you today, or just chat about, you can post in the comments as we chat, the difference between hemp and CBD, because there is a difference. A little bit of the history. I was not aware of the history in our country, and that was really eye-opening to me. So let's talk about it. First of all, what is CBD? CBD stands for cannabidiol. That is what it stands for. Did you know that? Cannabidiol. What a word. There are over 113 constituents in the hemp plant, known as cannabis, sativa. Y'all are making me nervous. All right. These compounds are called cannabinoids. And cannabidiol is one of these compounds that was discovered back in 1940. This compound is part of a complex system in our bodies called the endocannabinoid system. Did you know that? Okay, which was discovered in 1992. The cannabidiol compounds binds to the analogous receptor in our endocannabinoid system to regulate different processes in our body. We're going to talk more about this in a bit, but first let's just go back and give you a little bit of perspective. For me, you can tell that science is not my jam, but you need to know some history. History is more my jam. Science is important too. Historically, hemp has been grown and used for many centuries for everything from paper and cloth to ropes, fiber, food, lamp fuel, construction materials, and body care products. During the colonial times, every farmer was mandated to grow hemp. Every farmer. Taxes were paid with hemp, and between the 17th and 18th centuries, it was illegal not to grow hemp in some areas of the colonies, and then what came to be known as the United States. President George Washington and Jefferson both grew hemp, and it was widely grown in the U.S. up through the mid-20th century. It wasn't until 1970 that Congress passed the Controlled Substance Act and classified hemp as a Scheduled I drug with strict regulations for its use and cultivation. Then, just a couple of years ago, back in 2018, Congress passed the Agricultural Improvement Act that removed hemp and some cannabis products from the 1970s Controlled Substance Act, making them more readily available and legal in all 50 states. Marijuana, on the other hand, remains a Scheduled I drug in the United States and is legal in some parts of the country. Hey, Millie, I see you on there. So, farming is especially important because the hemp plant is known as a phytoremediator, which means these plants are used for and actually very effective at removing contaminants in the soil. Hemp grows fast, it has deep roots, and is unaffected by the toxins it accumulates from the air and the soil. It is so efficient at accumulating heavy metals like lead, arsenic, cadmium, chromium, and many more, lending it to its worldwide reputation and centuries of use in cleaning up the land. It's like the sucker of all the grossness, kind of like the shrimp on the bottom of the ocean. It's the same thing on land. How about that? These are great things for our environment, really, but should cause some concerns. This is where I want you guys to be aware. Concern for the casual consumer who may not know or trust the sourcing of their hemp and therefore CBD products. Contaminated plants produce contaminated products. So if you don't know the company, or if your friend's just like, here, try this CBD for issue A, B, or C, and you don't know where they got it, that is not a safe idea because it's a phytoremediator. It's sucking all the junk out of your soil and cleaning it up, and you're going to get that in your body, and that you're not going to experience what you should be experiencing from CBD and all of its amazing benefits if you're also getting all the junk that it sucked up from the ground. So solvents like ethanol, benzene, butane, petroleum, ether, diesel, or kerosene fuel, etc., are sometimes used in the preparation and the extraction of CBD from the hemp plant. Add on top of that some other chemicals that might have been used as a pesticide or an herbicide. Ugh, that's really bad. These different contaminants can and have been found in our present day CBD products. Not in Young Living's, but if you, like the average Joe on the corner selling CBD, you might find it there. It is therefore critical to know your company that you're buying it from, where it farms, and visit the farms, and do they give you full disclosure on the quality control when you are purchasing your CBD oil. From any health food store, any of those things, if you don't know that from any healthcare product that you buy, you need to do your research on that. Because the more you know, oh goodness, things are falling here. The more you know, the better you can do. So yes, Young Living has our seed to seal promise. So you can visit the farms. You can know that the science, the sourcing, and the standards for the quality control products from all around the world for all of our farms. And of course, the CBD also has measured up to the seed to seal standard. You can do more research at seedtoseal.com if you want. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more. Rest assured, Nature's Ultra products are farmed in clean soil using organic farming practices and meticulously tested to ensure every batch passes strict testing specifications. As part of Young Living's family of products, their CBD meets the same rigorous standards in place for all of our products backed by Young Living's Seed to Seal promise. Okay, so the endocannabinoid system. Let's talk about that. The human endocannabinoid system is a regulatory system in your body that helps with brain functionality. It helps regulate the nervous and the endocrine system and your immune system. It helps with digestion, pain modification or modulation, reproduction, stress, appetite control, mood, temperature, and even your memory. They're two of the most well-known receptors in your endocannabinoid system are your CB1 and your CB2. Two different systems. Okay, so, or not systems, but two different receptors. The CB1 receptor target is motor activity, thinking, motor coordination, appetite, short-term memory, pain perception, and immune cells. But your CB2 receptors, those target your gut, your kidneys, your pancreas, your fat, your skeletal muscle, bones, eyes, tumors, reproductive systems, immune system, respiratory tract, skin, central nervous system, cardiovascular system, and your liver. So why do you need to know that? Well, let's talk about a little bit more about how CBD affects the two receptors. So what's the difference between THC and CBD? There is a difference, and you need to know that. THC stands for tetrahydrocannabinol, which gives the euphoric feeling. That high, which often you refer to as getting high. That's what THC does. THC interacts with your CB1 receptor, mainly in the brain and your central nervous system. CBD works with your CB2 receptor. So let me repeat that. CBD works with your CB2 receptors and has more of an impact on the immune, gastrointestinal, and your peripheral nervous system. How about that? Cannabis sativa varieties with less than 0.3% THC by dry weight are considered hemp plants, and varieties with higher levels of THC are considered marijuana plants. So I hope that helps kind of clear up some confusion. So what's the difference between full spectrum and isolate? Those are hot topic words out there too, hot buzzwords. So a full spectrum CBD product still comes from the same cannabis sativa plant, but must contain less than 0.3% THC. It is processed in a way that allows it to retain the terpenes, the flavonoids, the plant parts, and the other cannabinoids. The downside, though, is that the small amount of THC can cause a person to fail a drug test. So, the benefits of full spectrum product are the terpenes that create a synergistic effect in the body when combined with CBD. And that's what we're looking for, is that synergistic effect, the balancing of like homeostasis, right, in our body. Remember, we talked before about the solvent extraction methods that leave the chemical residues behind. Well, the method that Nature's Ultra uses is called CO2 extraction. This is another hot part of talking about this subject. You need to know how it's extracted. So this is used to remove everything from the product except the CBD compounds. CO2 extraction method is non-toxic and non-flammable, and the CO2 can be recycled or released into the atmosphere. We then have the product produce the CBD isolate, which is the purest form of CBD, and this leaves us with, listen up guys, 0.0% THC. That's what we're going for. So now, just a word of caution, there may be a small group of people that may decide to use this product much more intensely than others and way beyond the recommended dosage. And if you are megadosing this, if you're doing a megadosing, there is potential for a buildup in the body and therefore possibly a failed drug test. So I know some of my friends have done like a front loader, you're kind of front loading an issue that you might be addressing with the CBD. And so if you take a lot of it to front load yourself, you might end up failing a drug test because you've really put a lot of CBD in your body. So what is Smart Spectrum and what does Nature's Ultra CBD, why is it unique? I want to tell you about that. In order to get a synergistic effect in your body, pure therapeutic grade essential oils have been added back into, like they took the terpenes and put them back into the CBD. So that's why Young Living has partnered with Nature's Ultra. It's because they wanted to, once they pull out what the THC does in the body, you want to put the terpenes back in, and that's what our essential oils do. So they put the terpenes back in to the product, and you're not getting high, but you're getting the benefits of the terpenes from the essential oils, which is super cool. This is what Young Living has done with Nature's Ultra CBD. You get the benefits of the terpenes without the THC side effects. We call this Smart Spectrum CBD. And because it is infused with Young Living essential oils that adhere to our seed to seal standards, it is unlike anything else out there on the market. With Smart Spectrum, you get the power of CBD and the power of the terpenes from our added essential oils, which I think is pretty darn cool. Okay, so why though? Why are terpenes beneficial? I knew you were going to ask that, so let me tell you. Terpenes are hydrocarbons found in the essential oils of plants. They affect the CB1 and your CB2 receptors and your neurotransmitters in the brain. Some that you might be familiar with are limonene. Limonene is found in your citrus oils. And menthol, which where do you find that? Peppermint essential oil, right? So terpene-rich essential oils have been used for centuries to support the body's wellness. Can you think of some of the benefits that peppermint essential oil has? Anybody want to comment in the comments below? Like, what do you use peppermint for? Anybody want to type it out? It's pretty powerful when you take the peppermint and you combine it with the CBD. It's like, bam. Peppermint's been widely used for, I can tell you if nobody's going to comment here below. You know I know the answer, but I want to hear from you. What do you guys use peppermint for? Maybe some tension up here, right? Maybe some unsettled stomachs down here. Maybe my kiddos will come to me when they're not feeling so hot in their tummy. So that's usually what we find peppermint for the most, right? Yes, Millie, definitely the tension in the head. So who's going to benefit from Nature's Ultra CBD? Who? Well, I think everyone. Since everyone has an endocannabinoid system, everyone can benefit from it. So the answer is all of us, right? I had no idea. So let's see, go back to your CB1 and CB2 receptor graphic. I don't have my graphics for you here, but I'm just telling you, if I did, I'd pop it up here and I'd show you. I can pop some up later if you want. Okay, so because of the impact on the digestive system, CBD can increase serotonin in the body, which means what? It means a happier you, right? Occasional anxiety can also be reduced. So people who are looking at options for naturally increasing their mood and reducing occasional anxiousness would also benefit from some CBD. Can we all be honest? All of us probably at this time in life right now with the season we're going through have probably experienced both of those topics. Let's be honest. Okay, so also linked to the digestive system, we have many folks that love their Nature's Ultra CBD for seasonal outdoor support, like spring and fall changes that come, and the flowers when they're blooming and the leaves are dropping. Women who might be experiencing some fluctuating hormones due to recently having a baby, or weaning from breastfeeding, or going through your monthly cycle. That sounds like every woman on the planet, right? Or getting closer to menopause. Y'all, we all need some CBD. Okay, so lastly, since CBD receptors are found in important systems throughout our body, using CBD daily is a great protocol for supporting your overall wellness. Because remember, CBD is bioaccumulative. So you can't just, I have some people that just use it once and they're like, I didn't really feel anything, so I quit. That's not how it works. CBD is bioaccumulative, which means you have to take it repetitively for several days, maybe even a couple months to get the full benefits of what it's there for. Now, for me, my body, and maybe you're like me, my body is very sensitive. I can tell changes in it on the daily. So for me, when I took it, CBD, within 30 minutes, I felt differently. I felt a more calm, and I'm sure my family was thankful, a more calm feeling, a little more chill, and they probably appreciated that. That was me. Now, other people, it might take taking it if you're taking it for some big issues, because there's a lot of big issues that people take it for. So that might take longer to take it, to feel the effects that you're looking for. All right, so let's talk about Nature's Ultra products infused with Young Living essential oils, because I know you want to know about that, right? We have 3 different product lines, each with 2 dosage options, regular and extra strength. I'm the extra strength kind of gal, but you can start low and slow if you've never done it before. Within Young Living CBD products, we have, like I said, 3 different kinds, and I'm going to show them to you. The extra strength contains double the amount of the regular strength counterpart. These 3 products come in drops, joint and muscle balm, and a roll-on. I love the roll-on. I don't have it here today to show you because the hubby has it. But the CBD roll-on smells like sexy in a bottle. I'm bringing sexy back, and it's in a bottle. And so it smells so good. I love for my husband to wear it, but I also love to wear it just because it smells great. But it smells more manly to me. Okay, so we also have cinnamon. Here we have citrus. And then we have the cool mint. I'm a huge fan of the cinnamon just because I love cinnamon. But if you do your research on each of the oils, cinnamon and citrus and the mint, you'll know why they chose these oils to mix in here. We talked a little bit about that, didn't we? And then this amazing muscle rub. This is the joint and muscle balm. I recently was, my own little testimony about the balm is I was hit in the mouth with a Hydro Flask because that sounded fun. And I couldn't go to sleep that night. I had tried all the other remedies I know to do, and nothing was taking away the throbbing sensation because, you know, when you lay your head on the pillow and the blood rushes a different way, I was feeling it here, and that my teeth had actually moved. And we haven't fixed that yet. That's for another conversation. But in the meantime, I was in a lot of intense pain. And so I rubbed that on the outside of my mouth, not on the inside. And it drastically changed the situation quickly, and I was able to go to sleep. So huge fan of the joint and muscle balm. I actually need to order some more myself. Now, all of this, I'm going to tell you really quick. When you get this, it says on here it's a dropper. So let me show you. It's a dropper. So all of us in the natural kind of world, we know what this dropper means. Some people, though, are newer to this and they don't understand. So you can absolutely drop it on your skin and rub it in. The bottle says for topical use only. And so that throws people. Let me clear it up. All 50 states have declared that CBD is legal, but they have not all declared that it's legal for internal use. So therefore, Nature's Ultra wised up and they labeled it for topical use on the bottle so that you, as the owner of your health, you know that you can decide if you're going to put that sucker under your tongue or not. Because you're going to know your state laws because you're in charge of your own wellness, right? So the more you know, the better you do. So look up your state laws on CBD and see if it's legal to take internally. And if it is, then order you some Nature's Ultra, put it under your tongue and take it, take away. All right. So now that I've said all of that, I just wanted you guys to know that because that causes a lot of confusion. I could go on and on about each of these products, but really I feel like, okay, let me tell you a little bit about citrus, okay? The citrus and the cinnamon and the cool mint, because I told you to do your research, but I'll help you out a little bit. Citrus contains limonene terpenes from orange and grapefruit vitality essential oils. All of our citrus oils are mood boosting, so that it would be a good choice for those who might be looking for using CBD to help balance your emotions. The cinnamon is what my favorite. Is from our cinnamon vitality oil, which is incredible for the immune system and the cardiovascular system. So if you're working on overall health and wellness, then this is a great option for you. And then Cool Mint CBD has the peppermint and the spearmint vitality essential oils together. And both of these oils are amazing for digestion. So if you're looking to support your gut health, which all of our health starts in our gut, so this would be a good choice for you. Peppermint also is wonderful for oxygenating the body and the brain. So if you're working on mental focus and clarity, this would be ideal for you. Speaking of clarity and memory, I remember when Young Living introduced, we have a product called Illuminize for your eyes. It's a supplement, which is a great one for supporting our vision and protecting our eyes from blue light. How much are we on these devices that we shouldn't be on all the time? These are my blue light glasses. Young Living shared that out of all the 5 senses that we have, that vision is the one that people feared losing the most. I know memory is not considered one of our 5 primary senses, but out of our faculties, I think I speak for all of us when I say that we all desire our brain and our memory to be in excellent shape. Am I right? So when I read that CBD supports the endocannabinoid system with the CB1 receptors, I was like, I'm here for all of that support. I need that, right? So I would love to hear from you on like something I touched on today, something I didn't touch on that you're like, I would like to know more about this. One of the things I didn't know is that we used CBD. We used hemp. We used hemp for making our ropes for our boats. It was a huge part of making the canvas, all the canvas to make the sails for sailboats. It was a huge part of the founding of our country. And then now when it comes back and like there's a huge dividing line of people that are either for it or against it, I'm like, whoa, folks, we got to learn our history on this. And really, like, it's not a bad thing. Used in the right way for the right reasons, it is a beautiful thing that God gave us to use from the earth. So I'm a huge fan. So if you would like to know more about it, you know who to talk to. Just message me and I will give you my link and we can talk more about getting you started with your favorite CBD products, because Young Living does have a starter kit for you to look at and to purchase if you're interested. So, and if you're in the military, because I know I do serve a huge amount of the military people, you also need to know your laws and know where you fall. So what you can and cannot have in your body and in your home. So if you fall into that category, we can talk about that too. So have a great day wherever you are. I'm super pumped that you joined me today. I love all of you guys and thank you for watching.